Hello, everyone. My name is Yuko Tomizuka. I'm a global real estate investment advisor. And once in a while, I just spend my time to share Japanese business philosophy with you because I'm just hoping those who wish to expand their businesses in Japan or by just tapping Japanese market. And I believe this will be beneficial for me to share what I learned from very famous Japanese entrepreneur with you because it implies a lot of business hint how to do business and how we can achieve the business growth in Japan. So today I'd like to speak something about the fundamental reasons why a venture business fails. This is part two, and part one I spent some time to demonstrate why the venture business fails. Kyocera, the Mr. Inamo's company, actually started its business as a venture business, and over past several decades, it has grown a billion-dollar sales conglomerate. And the keywords Mr. Inamori said: one, humanity value; number two, universal; number three, love; number four, altruism; number five, modesty; and number six, coexistence. And I just create a checklist by referring Mr. Inamori's words. Number one, is the business philosophy based on the right attitude as a human being? Number two, does the business philosophy fit the universal rules? Number three, do your actions come from love? Number four, are you working hard for others? Number five, does your action come from the attitude adequately fulfilled? Number six, live and keep prosperous together. The love part I just spent in my previous YouTube video. So let's start with number four. Are you working hard for others? This is, in other words, for what are you working hard? For what are you working hard? To others or to yourself? Some challenged Mr. Inamori. Well, you are always telling that altruism is a motivation of your business, but I don't believe that. Under the capitalism, look, we are now living in a capitalism market. So capitalists is the driving forces in our 21st centuries. We have to compete with others. If you think about others, we would lose our market share, profit, and our success. Your philosophy does not work at all. You are simply Hippocrates. Inamori answered, we work hard, but this is simply to protect our staffs, protect our clients, and protect the shareholders. We never worked hard to kill our enemies. This is a great mistake. I think this part needs more explanation. What he's trying to tell is our motivation, our intention, where our energy comes from. If we feed our staffs, we should be filled with the desire to give our energy to others. On the other hand, if we aim at beating our competitors, we should naturally end up with full of intention, taking, loving, and extortion. Those two are completely different, opposite energies. Mr. Inamori reiterates that those who are takers would eventually naturally being taken. We should work hard to others by spending all our resources for others. Thus, we never get categorized as takers but givers. This is the point that Mr. Inamori stressed a lot. Does your action come from attitude adequately fulfilled? Mr. Inamori referred to an egoism of an African tribe, the episode of African tribe. Their agriculture style has burned out at the field. But even though they are in the shortage of food, they never burned more. Simply, they said, God never allowed them to do that, distort their life and the natural cycle. If they burned more, they would sooner or later starve. This is for sure. That's why they never done this kind of approach. Sometimes venture works hard and take all the market share. Knowing that balance would lead us to understand the dynamism of our environment and helps us to take the proper action, which means sit back a little bit and think about how to survive without exploring more. So, tips number 6, live and keep prosperous together. Mr. Inamori said, if we provide favorable conditions to our group companies, we may end up weakening ourselves, or otherwise, our group company may lose the opportunity to grow and eventually they would not be able to survive under much harsh conditions. This looks like a superficial benefit. We should not do that. Nowadays, real estate transactions in Japan, I have found transactions among group companies. They would sooner or later damage not only the market but also the industry. To sum up, below is the checklist whether or not venture fails. Number one is the business philosophy based on the right attitude as a human being. Number two, does their business philosophy fit the universal rules? Number three, does the actions does your action come from love or not? Number four, are you striving yourself harder than anyone else? Number four, does your action come from the attitude adequately fulfilled? I mean, that do you really understand the stance or the sense of satisfaction? Number six, live and keep prosperous together with other species. I believe among those criteria, being fulfilled and prosperity are the two more important values that Mr. Inamori stressed. Most ventures appear to the market, grow rapidly, and disappear. This is simple. They lack some of the above criteria. This is for sure, Mr. Inamori said. For further queries or doubts or your opinion, please email to ytomizuka@abris.com. Thank you for your attention.